There is always that moment when something disastrous happens. It's the moment where someone seems to have fallen on a universal fast-forward button, making that disastrous event move instantaneously with loud music and ringing bells and a loss of all part of the mind that enables you to stand to recognize faces. Or maybe that's just me. All I know is once I stepped on that first Mancala set, I became a flailing invalid. The door signaling someone's arrival rang with a new revived ding. Delia's voice shouted out, "St. James, the marbles, the antiques, the books," and lots of other clipped sentences, and Frankie Valli's voice, somewhere far, far away, singing about his earth angel, all came together in one single second in my mind, until they were one big, out-of-tune symphony to which I was doing a very uncoordinated figure skating routine. And in the midst of all these very unfortunate happenings, between the time when I'm contemplating which bone will hurt worse to break, my clavicle or my patellae, I looked up and saw her there. I saw her there with the snout upon her face and the tail upon her ass, and I said a string of words that only one as eloquent as I could have come up with during a time of such stress. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now look, I'll just say it. Even with the snout and the claws and the wings and the whole being dressed as a mythical reptile in public thing, this girl was cute. I mean, cute is kind of a relative term, especially when you're a teenage boy. I may be a teenage boy with a preference for spending my Saturdays in the company of an old lady, but I still have genitals. However, being cute doesn't mean you're automatically exempt from being deranged, so when this Norwegian ridgeback tilted her head at me and asked where she kept the John Black books, I laughed in her face. Of course she would be on the hunt for my favorite author's books. I do this thing when I see people going for facets of popular culture that I deem mine. Certain actors and actresses, television shows, and most importantly, novels. Works of fiction. Something about people other than me liking the things I like turns me into a raging 5-year-old. I get flustered and try to deter that person away from said facet of pop culture, towards something I would deem more their style, like bad pop music or something written by Stephanie Meyer. Part of my brain turns into a douchebag simultaneously, 1, convincing me that I'm the only one who can ever fully appreciate and understand the loveliness of that particular book, and 2, that no one else deserves to share this 5-year-old's favorite dump truck in the sandbox. Hello girls, it's Thursday, December 1st, and that was an excerpt from my NaNoWriMo novel. So December 1st means NaNoWriMo is officially over, and I have failed. Miserably. By about 40,000 words. Now you may remember, like a couple weeks ago when I sat in this very spot and was forceful and used my fist and said that NaNoWriMo wouldn't defeat me. I lied. However, I choose to look at it as 10,000 words I wouldn't have written otherwise, so success? Laura, I'm so happy you got into Oxford, or got an interview with Oxford. I can't imagine. I always hear things about Oxford. It seems very prestigious, and I hope you get in because I can just see you studying classics at Oxford. Hope your interview goes well. And like Lisa Ann said, all you have to do is be your charming, charming self, and you will knock 'em dead. Also, I would like to know how to make that tea, if you please. Jenna, I like that you're back on the working grind. One of my best friends just got a job, and now I don't have any friends. Lisa Ann, I am still waiting for my SAT scores to come back. Hope they come back soon. And I feel your pain about the physics test. Last week, 2 whole periods that my teacher has failed the test that we took. And he gave us a chance to retake it, which was really cool, but the thing is we could only go up to a 70. I will admit what I got. I got a 57 on it, and my teacher said that a 70 was failing the way he graded it. So, that makes me feel really good about myself. Just kind of a relaxed vlog today. I like it. It's kind of just like chatting. We're sitting in my closet chatting. Have you guys seen the tram lady thing? Because it's been the biggest thing on YouTube this week. A lot of people are up in arms that she got arrested, and I'm not usually one for restricting someone's freedom of speech, but I remember specifically from American government, and I know this isn't American, that you can say whatever you want as long as it isn't endangering anyone, like yelling fire in a movie theater, or infringing on someone else's rights. And I feel like this woman definitely infringed on other people's rights. She also endangered people, but because it didn't turn violent, I'm not going along that route, though I very well could have. But she definitely infringed upon people's rights, like everyone's right to a safe and comfortable and not horrifying train ride. I'll put a video down, Rhyming with Oranges put a video up, and there's a lot of good discussion in the comments in that video. I personally think she should have been arrested. She was definitely overstepping her boundaries. Like, there's a time and a place for your opinion, and I don't think that time and place is when you have trapped people in a tram car and they can't get away from your opinion. Let's see, I want to get some discussion flowing for next week. 1. What do you think of the tram lady thing? Do you think she should have been arrested? Do you think it was infringing on her freedom of speech? I want to know. 2. What is your favorite thing that you have bought recently? I bought cheetah print Sperry's, and I love them. 3. What is your favorite Christmas song? So, I think this should be sufficient. I promise to look presentable next week and possibly, have some substance to my video. Bye, guys. I'm not very funny, am I?